Okay, so what I'm working on today, I've got this from the Goodwill, and I don't usually destroy books unless they've already been, like this one, as you can see, some child has got a hold of mom's marker or something, marked up pages in it. But what I want to do, this is a board book, and it's a good size. I want to fill it with like background gel prints like this, and paste them down and have the whole book just gel prints so that I can take it and work on them with ink, pen and ink and colored pencil and everything, but I want to do the whole board full of them. And I think, you know, these that I have on paper will be okay, but some of the pages, because see, you can't see through. I can glue this down and you should be able to, you wouldn't be able to see the book through it, but I think I'm going to gesso the cover. Got to take the sticker off it first. Still got its Goodwill sticker on it. I'm going to gesso the cover and maybe just paint the cover. And then on the inside, and I'm hoping to be able to do it this way where I can, let me open it to the middle, where I can do long enough gel, I'll put two different gel prints but have it going over the middle. So that's what I'm going to do with this, and I'm going to start by just gessoing the cover. And I want to make it into a book that I can, once I get all the gel prints in, because I have a lot that are just background prints, like this one. And I may put them in pieces. I may not just do like a whole page with that gel print. I may do a section with that gel print and a section with that gel print. And I just want it to take with me with my markers when I feel like coloring, have a background in a nice sturdy book. So that's what I'm going to do with this. This is my gel print doodle book, I guess I will call it. So right now I've got some white gesso. It's Artist Loft gesso, and I'm just going to take any old brush to brush it down, and I'm going to gesso the cover, the whole front and back. Like I said, first I'm going to take off the sticker, which is not as easy as it sounds, but there we go. That one's off. I guess there was only one on it. And I think this was 99 cents or 79 cents. And I don't remember if I got it on the discount day or not. I don't know. I've been watching videos of other people going to Goodwill. On their discount day, and they're getting 50% discount, 40% discount. Ours is 20% discount. All right, these are probably good brushes, but I'm going to take them in and wash them when I'm done anyways. So, just going to gesso over it. And this way, I'll probably put a couple coats. I'm not being too fussy. Maybe I'll even gel print over it when I'm done. But yeah, I don't want the paper on the cover, so everywhere else it will be my gel prints, but the cover I'll probably paint up or do something fancy to it. I like to do fancy covers on my books, but I like to use these board books to do stuff like this. I mean, I had one that was all fish, prints and drawings of fish, and I gave it to someone years ago. I wish I still had that one. I don't remember where it went. But now if I was using tissue gel prints, I would have to do this to the whole thing. But since I'm not, since I'm just going to glue them down, I don't have to do that. So by the time I get this done, the other side will be dry. And so you get this. This is the first step. And I will come back when it's all gessoed and dry. And probably the last thing I'll do is the cover. I'll make that decision the very last. And I'm going to start gluing the pages in when this is dry. So I will come back when this is totally gessoed and dry. Okay, so I finished the cover. I'm going to do another coat later after I sand it, but as you can see, I stuck my finger in it when it was still wet, so I do need to do another coat or two. But I'm going to sand it down, smooth it before. I think I might be drawing on it. I don't know. But while that was drying, I took a bunch of gel prints that I want to put in here, and I cut, well, these I cut all the white edges off. Then I realized I only need to cut 2 white edges off. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I'm only going to do 1 page at a time, so I'll probably start in the middle, work my way out. That looks like the middle. All right. So what I'm planning on doing is gluing down the pages. And I don't know if I want to glue them down, like that, like butt them up against each other in the middle. And see, I'm going to just glue them down, and then when they're dry, I'm only going to do 2 pages at a time. And I might do something like that, so that when you close it, you've got a short page and a... So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Let's see if this one... And I don't want to use, like, this one's really thick. I don't want to use too much of the thick, because it's going to make it a really thick book. But that would work. That's nice. How about these 2? That's a little wild. I like that. And these are slick, but I've found that the Mod Podge, this is the hard coat Mod Podge, the purple one. I find this works pretty good, and it's not sticky. So I'm going to put it only on here and then lay this down, so that I don't have any of this on the top, because I want paper where I'm going to draw and color. I don't want to have a coat of this over it. So let's do these 2 pages. I mean, they're wild together. Might be something that would be better, but I don't know. I think I am going to do those. They don't particularly match. And like I said, I'm going to glue them down, and then I'm going to cut the outside with my X-Acto knife to fit better. I really like this one. I guess it goes... let's do that. Let's use the whole thing, and then we'll piece something over here. So, all right, I'm just going to glue it down. I think I'm going to actually use... Where's my big glue? Here's my big glue one. Because this is going to be a big surface. I'm going to start on the outside here and then glue this way. We'll do a section. I don't know why that's black. I must use black paint. Let's pour it out onto here. There we go. I want lots. Yeah, I have to take my brushes in and clean them when I'm done here. All right, let's get this part done first. Now, as you can see, I put tons of glue on there. I hope you can see. All right, tons of glue on there. I'm going to slide it around until I get it right where I want it. Make sure it's sticking out a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to take a card. I'll use this cardboard here. well, smooth it down. Make sure the edges are done really well. Now, really smooth it down where I put the glue. And this is another thing that you got to be patient and let dry. The edges are so important. So that's where it's going to come up from. Now I'm really pressing, like as you can see, I'm bending the cardboard. I'm pressing so hard. Now I'm going to pull this up and finish. Get those edges really good. There we go. Now I've got a gap up there, so I'm going to try pushing it up a little. And I don't mind, like I have said many times, I don't mind wrinkles. And I can see a little gap here, but I can fill that in with pen later. Pen and ink. All right, now I'm going to do that. Make sure it's going to actually bend there. A little bit of glue on there, but that should be fine. Now what you don't want to do is glue the pages together. Usually I'm sensible and put something in between the pages, but today I guess I'm not being sensible. I'm going to do that right now and then open it and see what I got. Nope, it's staying. Okay. There we go. Now we have to pick something for this side. Should we go crazy? Or should we stay in the hot colors? I don't know. Kind of liking that. Kind of liking it. Is that better? I don't know. But once I get whatever it is I'm going to glue next to it done, I actually like that with that touch of purple up there. If I wanted to, we could come over a little, but right about there. I want to get just a touch of purple in. And I'm going to glue these down and leave them. I'm going to go in the house. And this project is going to take me probably a week or so because I'm going to have to glue the pages 2 at a time and let them dry. I want lots of glue on here. I don't know if I'm going to overlap, but I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Now, do I want strong red or do I want purple in it too? I think I want purple in it too. And we're overlapping just a smidge, not very much. Just a smidge. Now, I'm not going to cut it down all the way right now, but I'm going to cut some of this off so I can get a better idea of what I got here. And these little cut-off sections, I might piece some of the pages. I don't know. I think it would be cute if some of them were pieced, like quilted. Now, if it dries and you find the edges aren't done, you can come back and Just lift those edges up a little bit, like this one's not done. I can see that's going to need some work. This is okay right here, but up here, and I cut a little too short, but I can come back. Like I said, in any place that's got, I can just take a little piece. Piece that in where I cut it too short, and it's not even noticeable. To me, anyways. All right, over here, I need more on the edge. I'm going to stick a piece of paper between so we don't end up gluing the two pages together. Now let me get my box and do those edges I just did. And that's one page done. And like I said, right here where there's, you can see a little bit of the page below it. That's no big deal because I'll come in when I come in with markers and stuff. I will fix that. That's one page done. And I might even score this so it doesn't pull. But I'll do that once it's dry. And then once it's dry, I will come back and trim the pages exactly with the book. So we start there, and then the next one I do will be up front, and then I'll do the other end, and then I'll come back and forth and do them till I've got all my gel prints that I want to doodle on in here. So this is going to be my gel print doodle book, and I will come back and show you when I've got all the pages done. Last edge of the book, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting down, I cut them down a little bit, and now I'm shaping them to the edge, and I'm going to have to make a decision when I'm done. See, I'm taking my X-Acto knife, and this is just a cheap dollar store one. Make sure you're very careful with your X-Acto knife. Have a place that you're going to put it down, on a saucer, or in this case I lay it down in this little case here. When you're not working with it, make sure you lay it down somewhere where you're not going to lay your hand on it. Be very careful with these. Always cut with your hand. Your hand can't be behind it when you're cutting like that. You keep your hands to either side of it. What I'm doing is just grabbing the paper, and I'm cutting several layers at a time. Just going down the edge. It's not going to be a good clean cut. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes I will leave it like that, and there are times where I've just come back, if I was using better paper than this, where I would just come back and wet it and then rip it like you do, like you tear paper, to get a rough torn edge to it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. You can either do that and have a torn edge. See, I'm doing sections at a time, holding the very tip of it, keeping my finger away from the knife though. Always know where your fingers are so you can have them at the end of the day. It's always nice to keep your fingers. And I'm just tearing away what cuts through and going on to the next pile. Hopefully this will be the last pile. Get all the way through there. Now I'm going to hold that and just pull. And the knife itself is running along. It's using the edge of the book for support. Now, all right, I'm going to put that down in my holder so I don't put it somewhere I shouldn't. All right. And I'm going to put my knife away because I'm done with that. Into the case and put it up where the knives go over here so I don't stick my hand on it. Okay, so now I've got the book done. As you can see, it's a rough cut. Very rough on the edges. Now, two things that I can do. I can leave it like that because that's a cool look. Can you see the roughness of those edges? Or what I'm going to do is come by with a block of sandpaper and just lightly sand it. I'm going to leave some of the roughness because I think that's a cool look for a book. But, and the last thing I'll do, I'll come back and do the cover, but I'm not doing the cover until I'm done with the whole book. Now, as you can see, the first ones I did, I butted them up, and I've got this roughness here, which I will have to sand back. And I probably will sand some of the edges of the pages just, and then put some distressed ink on it to make it look like old paper. But you can see most of them, the ones I did after that, I left a gap so that I didn't get that ruffle in the middle. And I'm going to go over that with probably washi tape or paint. I haven't decided yet. But this is the whole book. Okay, so now I have the book. I have all the pages trimmed. I sanded the edges on the pages with a kind of a medium coarse sandpaper. And I just sanded them down like that, just to get any leftover paper, any loose paper off the edge. But I didn't go, all the way through and sand it really flat. I don't know if you can see. And then I took my StazOn ink and just went over the edges. Actually, I did it mostly like this. And as I do the pages one by one, when I get done, I'm going to go over the edges of each individual page like that, so it's nicely blackened. And I'm going to bring it over a little bit and darken the, just give it a little bit of darkness so it's got, see that dark line that's coming up? Maybe go in even a little bit more than that and make it look really grungy and vintagey. Now I've gone through the pages and I've taped down the washi tape. Okay, this is about where it's going to start to mute. Holding down pretty good, as you can see. The volume got really low, and I don't know why it got low, but thank you for viewing my video. And if you like it, put a like. If you want to subscribe and get notified when new videos come out, make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe. As you can hear, I'm a little sick. I got a cold. Thank you very much for viewing my video. I hope I can figure out how to get the rest of the audio off so you can actually hear this. Thank you very much for viewing my video, and you have a lovely day.